On this week's Climate Breakdown, we're talking all about coal power. On this week's Climate Breakdown, a big development in Europe's energy sector. Now, a bit of context first. The German government recently decided that it wants to phase out coal power by 2038. Now, that deadline has been widely condemned by a lot of people as being out of step with Germany and Europe's climate targets. But the German government still put aside something like 4 billion euros to compensate energy firms for taking their coal power plants off the grid earlier than they planned to. But this week, a spanner in the works. The European Commission's competition regulator said that it would be opening an in-depth inquiry into this compensation scheme, basically saying at this stage it looks like it's state aid and it won't be in keeping with the EU state aid rules. Margrethe Vestager, the competition queen of Brussels, said that they want to look into whether or not the compensation payments will be as small as possible in order to sign off on this. And at the moment, it doesn't look good for Germany. So what does this mean? Well, it could mean a rethink on the part of the government, depending on how this investigation goes by the Commission, because the likes of the UN have already called on the G7 countries, that includes Germany, to phase out coal by 2030. I mean, that's kind of embarrassing for the likes of the US and Japan, who don't have coal phase-out dates, and Germany's, which is in 2038. And also, if you look at the emissions trading scheme price at the moment, you start to think, well, by 2038, with all these updates coming to the ETS and the price going up, will these firms even be making a profit from coal? Will there be even need for compensation payments? So this is maybe given the German government, which of course there are elections coming up and it could be the Greens' chance to get into coalition in Berlin. Will they have a huge rethink of this scheme, this compensation scheme, and well, ditch it, scale it down, retool it so it's in keeping with EU rules? Maybe Margrethe Vestager has given Germany a way out of this. It's an interesting one, keep your eye on it. Thank you for tuning in once again. Comment on this, subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't already, retweet, tell me what you think about it, and join me again for another Climate Breakdown very soon.